Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name is Imogen. In today's video, I'm sharing the best 11 life lessons I've learned. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, let's get started. This video was supposed to be 10 life lessons, then I wrote down 11 and I couldn't decide which one to get rid of. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it, we're doing 11. So anyway, let's get started. Number one is that I need to follow through on my boundaries more. When I was younger, and I'm talking like 5 years ago maybe, when I was in my late teens, I was horrendous at setting boundaries. I understood the concept of a boundary, but I didn't understand that those things pertained to me. Like, I would just let people I was a pushover. I would let people do whatever they wanted. I was a people pleaser. And it got me into some absolutely horrendous situations, and I was fucking miserable. And when I started actually setting boundaries and following through on them, my quality of life, it drastically, increased. It hit the roof. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I do this before? Okay, so following through on boundaries can be really scary, but you can start with really small things. Like, for example, if someone's in your space and, a particular part of it is messy, you can say, oh, don't go in here because, it's messy, okay? And if they don't follow through on that, then you can not have them in your space again, okay? So do something small like that, or, set boundaries in your friendships, and it doesn't have to be in a super hostile way. It can be in a way that you are just sort of setting expectations in a polite and friendly manner. It doesn't have to be super adversarial. I think that was a misconception that I had early on in thinking about my boundaries, and it was like, oh, people are going to hate me because they're going to think I'm trying to argue with them, or they're going to think I'm just being difficult for no reason. No, boundaries could be a really positive thing, and once you find a boundary and you set it and you actually follow through on the consequences of what happens if your boundaries are crossed or whatever, then people actually they respect you more. And it shouldn't be this way. I absolutely know that, and I'm not saying that this is an ideal situation, but it is the reality that people, when you have strong boundaries and you follow through on them, people respect you more because they know that you don't take bullshit. So that was a very important life lesson, which I learned way too late, but I'm still trying to make the most of it. Number two, okay, this one's so important. I should have put this one first. I don't know. Oh, they're all so important. Anyway, financial independence is the best self-care I ever did, okay? My life before I was financially independent honestly sucked. Now I'm financially independent and my life is so much better, okay? You know what they say, money can't buy happiness. No. I mean, up to a point, yeah, okay, but if you don't have a baseline of financial independence to be able to live authentically the way that you want to live, then your life is going to be very miserable, okay? If you don't have physical security in your life, independently by yourself, your life is going to be miserable, okay? So I'm not saying you have to be super rich or a millionaire, okay? Just be independent, and it takes a while to get there. It took me a while to get there. I'm not saying it happens overnight, and I'm not expecting it to happen overnight. But once you get there, it is the best form of self-care, financial security and financial independence. And yeah, it takes a while to get there, and it's really hard. And I was lucky that, I had support getting my education so far, and, all of that. But I also worked really hard. During my last year of university, for the first 6 months, I also worked a full-time job alongside my full-time degree. So that was definitely a, sort of a short-term sacrifice that I made for long-term benefit, and it paid off. So financial independence is the best self-care I ever did. All right, number three, this one isn't so serious. I love being blonde, but it goes deeper than that, okay? So as you can tell, I need to re-bleach my hair. Anyway, I used to be a brunette. Well, originally I was blonde. Well, originally, my hair was ginger when I was a baby, but for most of my childhood, until I was about 10, I was blonde. And then my hair darkened and I was brunette. And when I was 20, I decided enough is enough, I'm gonna be a blonde again. So I went blonde. I promise there is a point to this story. I went blonde, and it showed me something deeper, right? It showed me that you can do fun things just to improve your life, and it makes your life better, okay? I'm not even kidding. It makes me feel pretty. I just like the colour. I like how it looks on me. I feel it gives me a boost, okay? It gives me a boost. I just like it. And I think going blonde was one of the first things, first big things that I did purely for my own like satisfaction, for my own enjoyment, okay? And that kind of showed me that, hey, it's okay to just do things for yourself. So that was like a really big mental health lesson for me. So I know it sounds superficial, but do things for yourself that make you happy. You are worth it, okay? I think that was the biggest lesson, is that I am worth doing nice things for, like by myself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Right, number 4, this one's boring, but good sleep will literally fix your life, okay? I have been sleeping so much better the last few months because I've just prioritized it, and I feel so much better, okay? My energy levels are up, I'm more patient. I mean, there are definitely like other reasons, other things going on in my life that have also improved my life, but the sleep has been so much better. I just feel healthier, I feel better. Good sleep will fix your life. Not all of it, but like it will really help. Okay, therapy is cumulative. I have been in therapy off and on for the last 5 years, and most of that was with the same therapist, and she is wonderful. She saved my life. But therapy is cumulative, okay? It can take a while to show results, but when it does, you will see a hell of a lot of progress and you will feel so much better. I mean, I already knew that therapy was valuable, and it started showing results. Like, I felt better quite early on in the process, but it was like a sort of gradual incremental change. And then suddenly this year, it absolutely took off, and like a bunch of things really clicked into place for me. And suddenly everything just kind of seemed to resolve itself. And I made so much progress within the span of the last few months that I'm actually on a break from therapy right now, because I was going to my therapist and every week I would just tell her about how good my life was and how happy I was, and it kind of got to a point where we were just sitting each other, and I hadn't brought her a single problem in like 3 weeks, and I was like, you know what, I think I just need to go and apply all the lessons that I've learned to my life, because everything is great right now, and I will probably go back to therapy in the future because, there's always more growth that I can do as a person, but right now I am just so happy, and I fixed so many things, and the tools that I've learned in the last 5 years in therapy, just crazy. Anyway, I need to speed this along, let's go. Right, the next tip I have is to be the age you are right now. Don't rush life, you'll never be this age again. I spent too long trying to grow up too fast, be older than I was. I'm just taking time right now to be 23, because I'm 23, I'm never gonna be 23 again. Be the age you are right now. If something doesn't add to your overall vision, get rid of it. Get rid of it, okay? Things should add to your vision, things should add to your life. If you don't have a vision, we can talk about that in another video, but get a vision. Make sure that all your goals fit into the vision. If something doesn't serve your purposes, it can go. Okay, practice identifying negative influences in your life and removing them. This kind of links to the last point, but if there's something that's like dragging you down or holding you back, or, all of these things that are like really stressing you out and making it difficult for you to get anywhere, if you can, get rid of those toxic influences. It could be like a person, it could be a habit, it could be a situation, okay? As far as you can, remove those things from your life. And don't get me wrong, this can take time and it can be difficult. I know, I've been there, but still, if you can identify a negative influence in your life and either get rid of it or minimize your contact with it, that is a cheat code. I promise, it is literally a cheat code. Okay, in any situation, and this is a really good like marketing/career tip, always lead with the value that you can offer. So this has helped me in my career so much, okay? This is a really good interview tip, and I'll do another video on interview tips. Stay tuned for that. But anyway, people are often self-centered, okay? I know I'm self-centered, but I try to be altruistic. But anyway, when you're hiring, a lot of people are like self-centered. And if you lead with the value that you can offer to the company, rather than saying, oh, it's always been my dream to work for your company, okay? That's your dream. Why should they care? If you say, look, I think I have this skill to offer in this role, and I've achieved these results in a similar role, and I'd like to add to your team by doing this and this, they're much more likely to be receptive to that, because they're thinking, oh, this person is like putting our company first, they really want to get results, they really want to be an asset to the team, okay? So lead with what you can offer in any situation. And this applies to like dating as well, and like friendships as well, but like it's particularly important for career, I think. People are often self-centered, play into that, and ironically, you'll get pretty much whatever you want if you can master that skill. Okay, role models and people who inspire you are essential to learn from. I used to especially growing up, I didn't always have like as many positive role models as I would have liked, and getting a series of role models in my late teens and early 20s that I could really look up to has been absolutely key to my personal development. So I'm just putting that out there. A role model can be anyone. It could be someone you know, it could be like an author, it could be, you know, a scientist, or it could be anyone that you admire and that you think has lived their life positively. All right, the final tip, and I know this has been a long video, I'm sorry guys, I just get really passionate about this stuff. The final tip, the 11th tip, this is the one that I couldn't delete. Find the music that you love and it will change your life. Okay, I talk about this all the time. If you know me at all, you will know that I'm always yapping about my favourite band. I have the band name tattooed on my arm in their handwriting from when I met them, and the music changed my life, and music's just really important to me, and it does amazing things. Like, it improved my mental health, it made me motivated to chase my goals, like all of these things. It's given me friends, like I've met people at gigs. Like, seriously, find the music that you love and it will change your life. Alright, these are the best 11 life lessons that I've learned so far. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram. I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Mwah. Bye.